they have a station on Sirius, and it's called Studio 54. You can just put it on Sunday nights. They do a podcast, and what they do is they interview people that actually used to go there or work there. And I got to tell you something, Joe. They had a dentist on about a year ago and his wife that it was crazy listening to this interview about what their life was. They were professional dentists making money in New York. They stayed out till 5, 6 every night.
Wow.
Went home, took the kids to school, went back home, took a nap till 1, got up, went to the dental office, worked till 5, went home, took another nap, fed the kids, and at 9 o'clock they'd fucking bring the kids downstairs to their moms and they'd do it all over again. 5 nights a week, over and over. And the lady was saying, not till years later, Liza Minnelli thought I was a publicist. She goes, she didn't know I was a dentist. They just saw you in there every night. It was all trust funders, you know. That's all the people who can do that type of shit.
Wow.
Do blow till all hours of the night. You could put it out. They even had an interview about when Bob Hope went to Studio 54.
Bob Hope?
Bob Hope walked into the studio not knowing what the fuck what lair he was going to walk into. He went out to the middle of the floor and started dancing, and these chicks got together and started tying Bob Hope up. Just tying him around like an Indian. And he's just standing there like laughing, Bob Hope style. Then he's like, is this a fucking joke? They just left him there. Like they just tied him up and left him there. Tons of stories out there like that, you know, like just. But then it moved on. But you got picked to go in there.
How did it move on? Like imagine how weird it must have been when it finally, the door shut and that was it. The people where it was their whole life for years.
Well, people move on, you know, clubs get hot, different clubs. I went there one time in 1983, maybe, 84. It was done. My friend
It was already done?
Yeah, it was done. It was just a bunch of assholes trying to be cool.
Wow.
And I found a $100 bill. I was out of money with a bag of blow, no cash, not a dime in my pocket. And I looked down at 4 in the morning, it was a $100 bill, and that's how I got saved. That's how I got home.
Wow.
And that was it. That's my Studio 54 story.
It is weird, the nightclub scene. The nightclub scene's a very strange scene. You know, one club gets hot, and then it dies off, and the people that are in that business like try to figure out what makes something hot and what doesn't. You got to rename places and redo them and reopening and grand reopening and get people to show up. Like I remember hearing that they were paying Paris Hilton like shit piles of money to just show up at clubs.
That's it. The Kardashians, any of those people, they pay a shitload of money. You're there, they take pictures, and your club gets hot. Now, after about a year, you start taking partners in.
Yeah?
Sure, because you know it's on the way down. Odds are against you. So after a year, some guy comes in, I love your place. And go ahead, I'll take half, give me half. And that's how you get out of it. Or you do what a lot of people did, and they just light the place on fire and start from scratch. A little Jewish lightning, and the place starts from scratch. You know, I knew the guy that owned the gay clubs in Houston, like in the 70s, and he was telling me one time, he goes, yeah, once we got our use out of them, you light them on fire, collect the insurance, and then open up another club. That's it, Jewish lightning.
Jesus Christ. It's a weird scene. You know, I mean, people that just look forward to just going out and just drinking and dancing and snorting coke every night, just looking for like experience, just something different and wild that takes them out of their everyday grind. And just do it over and over and over again.
Over and different. Like when I was growing up, it was Club Area. It was big. And the rooftop, you paid like $24 to go in at 11 o'clock and you drank all night until 7 in the morning. $24, all you could drink. It's shit booze. I mean, you're not drinking Courvoisier and shit.
Right.
When you're doing blow, you're just burning that shit anyway. You come out, they give you some sunglasses, and that's it. If you went in after 3, it was like 20-something. After 11, and then like $17 all you could drink after 3 till 7 in the fucking morning. And people were packed. That's what New York was about back then. It was just people staying out till 7, 6.
New York is what, a 4 a.m. last call? When's the last call in New York?
I have no idea.
Florida, I think it's even later than New York.
Florida it closes for 1 hour.
5 o'clock in the morning.
So let's say you're at the News Cafe.
Right.
We're bullshitting, we're having a good time. At 5 o'clock, they'll come over to you and say, hey, do me a favor. By 5 o'clock, the bar's going to close. So you can't order beer till 6, so we just ordered 25 beers. And you wait till the bar opens at 6, and now you're fucking ready to drink again.
They closed for 1 hour.
1 hour. This was back, 20 years ago, 15 years ago in Coconut Grove.
What a weird rule.
1 hour.
Remember that place we used to go to? Right down the street from that Improv?
Yeah, the News Cafe, right? That was a great place.
It's a great place.
Great breakfast, great fucking bar.
That club went downhill hard, though.
Yeah, that club. And that place, well, the whole Coconut Grove area became the only thing that's still open are the dueling pianos, the pizza joint, that mall.
The dueling piano place is still
It's
open?
Yeah, it's in that little mall there with the movie theater.
They always have those right next to Improvs. Like they have one in Addison too, right?